All right, let's get into the video today. Today, we're going to be talking about Rawr ticker XD token on Solana. This token has really caught a lot of people's attention because of how unique it is and the fact that we don't really see many people go for this style. Plus, the dev of this token has been blowing up on crypto Twitter, and that's playing a huge impact on how the token is doing. There's so many influencers on crypto Twitter who are talking about the dev. As you can see on screen, this is the dev. And the reason why they're talking about her is because she's thinking out of the box and she's just being weird. She's just being herself and she's just doing what the people want to see. If you think about who has blown up on TikTok and Twitter and YouTube, it's all the people who have just been weird and different. And that just catches a lot of people's attention because a lot of people feel like they can't be weird, so they like to watch other people be weird because it makes them feel good too. And I'm all for that. And what we could see is that this token has been drastically growing in price. So the token came out all the way back in May, and it's been steadily rising ever since. It's constantly been making higher floors and having its own pumps within each time. And now the previous all-time high was just around 9 million in market cap, and we just saw the price of the token hit $2 million in market cap and have big demand. I wouldn't be surprised if this is, around the local bottom and we start seeing it move up now because a lot of people have been watching this token ever since this spot where a lot of callers began calling it, and it has finally entered a entry lower than they were talking about. So that's why I think this 2 million spot could be the point of the bottom because many people didn't get this entry. So I'm sure Wales had secured it there. There's a lot of people who are trying to call this the MOG that's on Solana. Maybe it's the MOG on Solana, but in general, this is its own unique thing. I think that it's just the XD on Solana, and I think that it could go really far just because of how different this community is. It sort of reminds me of the Harry Potter Obama Sonic 10 Inu community. Like, it's not the same. It's different in its own amazing way. But just because of that, I could see that this cult is forming and it could get much higher from here. I know ticker Bitcoin is at what 80 million right now, and this is at 3 million, already went to 9 million. So I think that this token has big potential to get a much bigger cult, especially as people keep rallying around the dev. So the dev is this girl that she just had been in the space for a while, and she started off as just investing. She was a caller for a little bit, then tried making some tokens, and then she decided that if she wanted her token to pop off, she had to become an even bigger caller. And that's when she really started making those posts that just got her attention. She's even posted pictures of her boobs, and that's gotten thousands if not millions of views already. And it's just things like that. She even used to be a cam girl in the past, so she's got a lot of things going for her where she just doesn't care, and she's ready to do what she's got to do in order to moon the token for her and her community. So I'm excited to see what happens here. Like, she's completely unhinged, and that's what people like to see. you know People like to see girls and guys, whoever, just being them. Like, look at this. Her rizzing a midget. Like, what? And apparently she's gotten a lot of followers on Instagram as well. So she has a good following, just all around. And she's been able to get good content. Like, just look at this video right in front. This is some good content that they're able to put on their social media, and it just fits the vibe of just Rawr XD weird, just crazy. And that's the good thing about it, is that everything that they post, you feel the vibes of the community, and every time the community sees that, they feel even more connected to the project, and they even understand the mission even more. That's what it is when you have a cult and you have a community. It's people who really just love the theme, and people are just obsessed with the fact that it could get so much bigger because they think that so many more people are going to hop on board when they see it, and all it is just them seeing it. you know That's how it is. Like you see the Solstice right now. He said last chance to accumulate XD under 10 mil. Only warning I'll give. And I see people are just extremely bullish on this token. And you can't stop them. When they're bullish, they're bullish. And when they've been bull posting, there's a lot of people who are just there waiting to buy the dip. So that's the thing, is when you have all these influencers that are really bull posting, and you have the dev becoming a huge influencer, and she's getting a fan base, there's always people with money likely just waiting to buy the dip. So it's not about, if the token will go back up. It's sort of just about like where it will find its floor. Especially at these levels, like 3 million market cap isn't anything too crazy. A lot of big money can come in here and get this past 20 million market cap. You know, we see it happen, and it would not be a surprise. It doesn't mean that it's going to happen, tomorrow, the next day, next week, or next 2 weeks. But at some point in time in the bull run, if you're holding this token, for the long term, I think that this token is going to, perform some gains for you. I think that we're probably going to see it past 10 million. And after that happens, it could get even crazier from there, because once you have the price of a 1 cent, right? People will look at that as, either the end or the beginning. And if we're going right into the bull market, as people see it go past 10 million, people will be likely seeing it as the beginning. And that's when you get into a whole nother range where you go from 10 million to then 20, 30, 40. So I'm not here to predict the full length of how far this will go, but what I will do is say that we're likely near the bottom accumulation period before this does make its next leg up. So check this token out if you're interested in getting into a cult. This is not something that you get into and you sell a few hours later. This is something where if you like it and you want to buy it and you want to hold it and you want to join the community, then that could be a good idea. This was a great video. I'm glad I was able to speak about this to all of you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one. Let me know if there's any tokens you guys want me to see me make a video about.